Hello there, it's good to have you here. I'm the Last Mixture, and welcome back to the last video for Primal Carnage Extinction. The last one ever? No, just the last one until the next big update drops, although it will probably be my last scripted one for the game, as I've done all of the ones I wanted to, really. I thought it would be fitting to make this the last one about the current state of the game and how it is for new and returning players alike. If you are coming back to the game after a while away, then I highly recommend watching the whole way through, as I have compiled some info that I think, and hope, you will find valuable. This information has been gathered from my over 1,000 hours of playtime, which is absolute insanity.
I will tell you what the definition of insanity is.
I honestly don't really know why I have so many hours sunk into it. I mean, I think it's a good game, but not a great one. Maybe there is some cosmic force marching me towards getting every cosmetic item in the game, but honestly at this point I'm experiencing some primal burnout. The game is fun, but after 1,000 hours of gameplay and who knows how many hours of making content on it, I'm pretty ready to move on to other games and give you guys some variety content on the channel. Now, the reason I haven't titled it Only Should You Buy is Primal Carnage Extinction at regular price is $15 Canadian, or your regional equivalent. Now, money is money, of course, but 15 buckaroos isn't exactly a huge investment. So, I wanted to go a little farther and delve into whether the game is truly worth getting into and playing, short or long term. In order to do that, I'm gonna need to get all cozy with my more cynical side and start off with the biggest problems that the game currently has. Number 1, and by far the biggest issue currently, is team balance. Now I think for the most part all of the classes are relatively balanced, more or less, maybe less, but when it comes to teams, things just go completely off the rails. In the last update, Team Shuffle was added so that every time the map changes, it moves the players around. I thought this would fix things, but it really didn't. Yeah, sure, the odd match might be better off because of it, but the problem here is that the game has no way of recognizing high-level evolved players, so you can end up with stacks like this, or this, or this. This can make the game such a huge pain in the ass to play, and I can't imagine how it is for new players coming into a game, especially as a human, and getting gangbanged by like 8 dinosaurs whose total combined level is higher than all the money ever spent on microtransactions in gaming history.
I can't watch anymore.
It's been a problem for so long now, and I'm not a game developer, obviously, but I can't imagine it's that difficult to implement a simple sorting system that sorts teams based on level, or at least evolved rank. A lot of games have that functionality. As calm as I try to keep myself when this happens, sometimes I just get tired of getting my head blown off from across the map by the same sniper whose sweat could fill the Pacific Ocean. Know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I respect good aim, I do, but you get to a point where the game just isn't fun anymore because things are so imbalanced. It's a big problem, and I hope it gets sorted out soon. Number 2 is the cosmetic and drop system in the game. I feel like the idea of collecting beautiful, epic, and awesome-looking dinosaur skins and mutations is probably the main reason why most people play the game, let's be honest, and hats off to some of these designs. The modeling and texture work on display for some of these is outstanding, but getting them in the first place is the problem. There are multiple ways to get cosmetic items for both humans and dinosaurs, the first of which is free drops. Unfortunately, getting anything good from these is about as rare as good content on TikTok.
So uncivilized.
This is all on a per-person basis, of course, and I got real lucky with this ultimate cryo skin one time, so it's not that good stuff never drops, but I got this at about 800 hours in, so you know. The second way is through completing your challenges and evolving. Every time you level up, you get a random item, most of the time it's rubbish, and you get a reward bundle of 3 items if you complete all 3 of your challenges, which, hey, well, you know, considering some of the awful challenges in the game, that's never an easy or fun endeavor. You also get 1 guaranteed ultimate item and some rare ones when you evolve, which means hitting level 50, and I feel like for most people that's going to be a while and more effort and time than a lot of players are willing to put into the game. Recently added was this ID card where if you hit I, you can see how much XP you need to level up, and challenges now show how much XP they give as well, all super helpful stuff. The fourth way is through the Steam Marketplace, which of course means real money, so that's a personal choice, but there are some very reasonable prices on there, even for legendary skins, so I would recommend even just browsing through if you're enjoying and getting into the game. The fifth and final way is trading with other players. There is a section specifically for posting what you have and what you want on the Discord server, and the process works like any other Steam trade. Now on to the bane of my existence, the crafting system in the game. It's so bad. Trading in items of a certain certain quality gets you one random item of the tier above. This is fine for commons and uncommons, but it translates to having to trade in 25 legendary skins to get one completely random ultimate one. Sure, the ultimate skins are epic, but since it's random, you might not even like the color scheme of the one you get, and you just gave away 25 legendaries. Congratulations, you've been screwed. Bruh. This brings me to another way you can get fricked, where we have the paint bucket paint mixing bullcrap. Bleh. Basically any skin except ultimates can be customized with these paint buckets to change the colors around. Okay, I mean the paint buckets don't drop that often, but whatever, they are really cheap in the store. But you also need one of these paint mixer tools, otherwise you can't save your changes to a skin.
What?
Yeah, how dare you want to actually play with the skin you customize, you fool!
You fool!
Go pay $5 and then you can. But once. Yeah, that's right, it's single use, baby.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Listen, I understand the devs need money to keep the game going, but come on now, this is just silly. At least give all players one tool and 3 paint buckets of whatever color so they can see how it works and actually save their customized skin, but no. Furthermore, your colorized skin can't even be put on the marketplace or traded, so you better make sure you like what you see before saving it because you'll have it forever. It's a dumb system, but unfortunately I just don't see it changing. Okay, now on to number 3, where we have the general glitchiness of Primal Carnage. One of the reasons I put off making this video was because I had hoped this would be mostly fixed and wouldn't have to be a section, but alas, here we are. Even after 7 years, over 7 years actually, the game still feels like early access at times. The devs made some major improvements to the game's code, graphics, and animations a while back, and while that definitely deserves to be commended, I can't just ignore all the other issues I've had. Also, sometimes the game will just decide to reinstall half of itself.
Okay.
Something that both me and my buddy have both experienced, so you don't just have to take my word for it. Then we have the hit detection, which can only be described as all over the place. It mostly affects the dino abilities, as most of the human weapons are pretty solid these days. One example is the tyrant eating hitboxes, which are so screwed. Then sometimes this will happen. Yes, teacher, I have a question.
What the hell?
These glitches seem to happen, admittedly fairly rarely, when you play Dino and die as one class then respawn as another. I don't know what Escape from Hell, but I think we need to call Doom Guy for this one. Okay, so those are the main issues I have with the game and the negatives of the current experience offered. As far as positives go and, you know, reasons why you should buy the game and play it, I mean dinosaurs, baby. Yes! And humans.
No!
But more importantly, dinosaurs. Each dinosaur and human class is genuinely unique, and each one has its own role to play within a game. I think in general the devs have done a decent job of balancing the classes. I mean, it's not perfect, but I can't imagine balancing a multiplayer dinosaur vs human game is that easy. Then of course there are the people I have met through this game, who have been nothing but awesome to me. And you guys of course, who never cease to amaze me through your support and comments. It helps a lot, as I've always been a fairly introverted and quiet person. It's a nice little community of dino lovers, no question, and if you play the game around Halloween or Christmas, there tends to be people giving out gifts on the most popular servers, so hop on to meet some peeps and get some free stuff, of course. The graphics are pretty damn nice too, and 9 times out of 10 I have a lot of fun when I hop on for a couple hours. So, the final verdict. Yes, I would recommend buying Primal Carnage Extinction if you haven't, provided that you like dinosaurs, of course. I mean, why else would you buy the game? But be aware of the problems that it has, and judge for yourself if the things I said are going to take away from the overall experience for you. Most importantly, have fun. Take a break if you get frustrated, and treat your fellow gamers with respect. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then consider giving a like and subscribing if you are subscribed, and hit that bell so you don't miss any new videos. I always appreciate the support. Much love, take care, and until next time, have a good one.